Yo, what's going on, man? Free game all day, man. You know what it is, man. Like and subscribe to that channel, man. Hit that like button, man. Let's go. So yesterday I came to a conclusion about some stuff. So I had a very interesting conversation last night that really opened my eyes, not necessarily opened my eyes, but it proved exactly what I thought and what I felt like for a long time. And there's so many reasons why this is actually happening, or this is actually going on, like in this world today. First off, I'm gonna say this: being a nice guy is not good enough. I'm gonna say that. This has been told to me, and it's crazy because it's just one element of like something that a person can do. So I ain't gonna say just being a nice guy. I'm gonna say being a nice person. I'm gonna say that, being a nice person. I think that's a part of it, and I think it stands for something, but it doesn't hold the value that you would think it will hold maybe in time. So outside of that, like we gotta understand that this day and age, that the people that are raised now, so we come from a different generation. You got to think about this. So the women who came up, like for example, like my grandmother, who's like almost 90 years old, they came up in an era to where that they didn't work. They didn't do anything. They didn't work. They stayed at home and took care of kids, and that's why a lot of people did that. Coming up, they didn't do any of that. But the women after their generation, they were the women who had more opportunities and can do more. They might not have been making much as men, but they can make some money. But then the ladder started climbing a little higher. And it got to a point to where like now we at a point now where you got a lot of women who feel like they don't need a man because they're able to do extremely more than their parents was able to do. And they said they're not gonna take what a lot of the men did. And now the women that's in this generation, they definitely feel like they don't need no man. Shit, hell, half of them got a goddamn woman. You know what I'm saying? But it's like what's crazy is this whole dynamic of how things change. Now we're at a period of time where it's a lot you have to show and it's a lot you have to do. So I had a conversation with somebody from my past, and we just was just conversing, and she was telling me about a current situation. So a current situation basically consists of like she accomplished something that she didn't have before, which is good. You know what I'm saying? Also, the situation didn't go the way she thought it was gonna go. But not only that, she tells me about a guy that she was dating, that she is currently dating. She's been dating him for years, so obviously it's a guy who she was dating right after she met me. Now, she tells me about the situation. She tells me about the guy, but she also tells me about how she with stepping out, how she with having somebody else, but they got to be cool enough about it. She also tells me about how he's a very nice guy. Now you would think that this would be enough, but the reality of the situation is never good enough. It's never good enough. And I know, they're gonna say you can't categorize everybody in the same shit. You can't do that. But this is just the mindset of a lot of different people, mainly women. The guys who want the picket fences, who want the houses, who want the dog, who want the kids. These are the guys that are being preyed on. These are the guys that's actually getting their heart broken that are actually getting disappointed out here. These are the guys that's not being respected. They're being used and abused, and they're being wasted, time getting definitely wasted. That's what's going on. So again, all women are not like this. I mean, don't get me wrong. There are some decent women out here. You just have to find them, and they do have some core values. But it's like picking a needle in a haystack. You know what I'm saying? Because in some kind of way, the hypergamy gonna kick in, and something, it's not gonna be good enough. So you have to these guys are getting preyed on. Now they want these guys because they're genuine and they're good and they're good dudes. They want them now, but they want everything else too. You know what I'm saying? They want more than just that nice guy. That nice guy is just not good enough. You know what I'm saying? And he can be a nice guy with a good job. I mean, he can have it all. And he can require all of this stuff. It's just like, look, you get a car, right? Like you out here, you shopping for a car. And your car got, a couple of nice features, fully loaded, but it's not like this other car. But guess what? You done tied into this car, so you can't just go and trade this car in for this other car. Now, this is the power that women are trying to possess in these situations, the way they feel like they can go and they can get this attention from the other guy, they can get this attention from the other guy because of sex, because of being attractive, because they know guys want to hit it. You know what I'm saying? This is what they want to do. But the thing is, that's an ever-ending chase, because there's a lot of guys that what can stop all of this. If nice guys turn the other cheek and they realize, you know what, I'm wasting my fucking time out here thinking that I'm gonna have a dream that's probably never gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? And that's what's fucked up. That conversation last time made me realize, damn. And I'm happy I did what I did, because I would have never been able to satisfy this person. And so it's like when you're on the outside, I remember a long time ago, I heard Jay-Z say this. Jay-Z said, you will never know the person you're dealing with ever. She will never be herself until she's not around you. When she's not around you, that's when she's really herself. Just think about it. I was with this particular person for almost 2 years. And I've never heard her talk like that. But now she's talking that way because we're not together. Now I actually know how she feels about certain things, and she admitted. It took a long time to admit that she even had a man at all, that she was dealing with somebody, because she know that I would have did the math and I would have figured it out and I would have knew it. And that's why I didn't talk to her, because I knew already. And so what happens with this is that it falls right back into narcissistic tendencies. Again, for the people who think they're not narcissistic, you are. You have narcissistic tendencies, and your narcissistic side can come out in certain situations. It will come out. And it came out of hers, and I knew it, but she didn't want to admit it. You know what I'm saying? But she proved to me and told me and proved me right that this is what it was. You know what I'm saying? You wanted new supply. You want a new supply. So it comes out. You just have to actually do enough. Damn, I should never did that. You just have to actually do enough research, do enough history. Cause I'm telling you, 97% of the times that what you think and what you feel, you're gonna be right about it. You're gonna be right. You're not gonna be wrong. I promise you. Everything I felt about that situation, I end up being right. Everything. You know what I'm saying? People behavior, it only changes in, it's certain demographics of what's going on. It just depends. But for the most part, it don't change. the proof is in the pudding. These guys out here came out here and put it out here and let you know exactly what to expect, what you see. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy to me, but it's relieving and it's refreshing to know that, you know, when you're not wrong, when you're dead on right about something, so you know what you see. Those narcissistic tendencies comes out. It comes out, and you just have to be aware when it's attempted to be applied on you. I can see it a mile away. I can tell. I can hear certain trigger words, and it's like, I know what this is. I know what this sounds like. I know what's about to happen. And if you wait around for it, it will happen. That's the beauty of the information that's out there now versus it was back in the day. Now you can do something about it. You don't have to wait for it to happen and turn around and then you got older and then you realize, oh, like, I've been through that before, but I didn't know what it was. Now you know. And now you can have the gut and discernment in yourself to go and act on the shit. You don't have to wait on it. You know what I'm saying? Because it happens all the time. Yeah, like I said, all women are not like this. It's definitely a small group of women that really is straight up and down. They're solid to the core, and they actually still believe in God. Not just believe that God exists, but they believe in practicing and acting on some of His core values and dealing with the opposite sex. You know what I'm saying? And they're not all about themselves. So at the end of the day, man, I just want y'all to understand is that, you know, if you're a young guy, let me tell you something. I'm gonna say this real. If you are a young guy, a young man out here, you know, you doing your thing. You out here living. You out here like trying to make some money. You know, get your education or work a job or whatever. I'll tell you something. Michael B. Jordan said something on an interview not too long ago before he made Creed. And they was talking about, you know, the girl that went to school with him and she called him corny. He was like, he knew what his goal was. He knew what he wanted to do in school. He wasn't worried about partying. He wasn't worried about being like that cool kid in school. He wasn't worried about none of that. So he just was trying to just master his craft. You know, do the things he needed to do, stay focused. And then, you know, in life, he would have time to do all of that. And it seemed like that paid off. You know what I'm saying? But even in his status, he still was with a woman that felt like he wasn't good enough. That should tell you all you need to know, man. Anyway, man, look, free game all day, man. Y'all be easy, man.